Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the after party. Thanks for you guys for being here. I mean, we had some technical difficulties over on the IG live today. It was a bit of a bummer, but you know what? These things happen. These things happen in MMA, don't they? Anyway, we are good to go over here. So we have the after party going on, and Renato, I'm sure, will be here in just a few. But what's up, Steve? What's up, David? What's up, Mystic Black? What's up, Jay Crockett? What up, JH125? Okay, so this is on my Twitter and on my YouTube, and it's over on Facebook too. And I think we're going to eventually put it on Renato's IG Live. Or, I mean, no, you can't do this to IG, but I think we may hook this up to Renato's Twitter as well, or something like that. But what do you mean? Where do I work? Jesus or Jesus? I work at the UFC. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien. ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo estás? Okay, so we were going to talk about some things on the after party here. We are going to talk about maybe best and worst Christmas gifts. We definitely want to talk about the things that happened at UFC 269. And so I want to know, and I just want to let Renato know that I'm good to go over here, I'm curious what you guys' thoughts are on UFC 269 that just went down. I'm telling him I'm live on YouTube. Okay. Why isn't it funny how sometimes you sing something? Like we're just like, I'm good, I'm live. But yeah, what did you guys think of UFC 269? Let's see. He's been quiet. Dave Noseworthy is saying that Renato has been quiet on Twitter lately. We should hook it up to his account. I mean, maybe we should then. That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know that. Do people watch things on Twitter? I don't know where people watch this stuff, right? I feel like people go to Instagram and YouTube, so that's why we were primarily doing the stuff there. But apparently, if you can go to YouTube and Twitter and all that at the same time, why wouldn't you, right? So that's what I did. But yeah, okay. So Judlog says that was the best card in a while. JH125 saying it was a dope card. So Jesus with Charles top 5 of at 155 of all time. I definitely think so. Look at how can you have the most submissions in the entirety of the UFC of all time and then not also be one of the top 5 in your division? I find that probably hard. Like just mathematically, I don't know if that works out, right? So you're talking to somebody who's look at, obviously I can't measure fandom with people, but I have stand Charles Oliveira for years. And so to me, you're not telling me anything I don't know about how awesome this guy is. So I've known that for a long time, and I've been a fan a long time. And even when, Angela and I were talking about this on the What Had Happened Was show that we just did, but even when, things weren't going that great for him and people were kind of calling him a quitter and saying various things about him, I was always still a fan. And I thought, nah, that's not who he is. He just needs to grow up a little bit or something. So he seems to have matured and done everything right lately. And he looks like a beast because we all know how absolutely incredible Dustin Poirier is. So, so the fact that after facing obviously a ton of adversity in that first round, what a G. Okay, so is Connor next for Charles? I don't think so. I mean, like, look at. You never know. I mean, you never freaking know. You never know. Okay, so you never know. I'm not a hipster. Are those roses? No. Those are not. These are all not real right now. I hate to say it because I have to go work this weekend, so I didn't buy new flowers. So but that's like my Christmas vibe here. So like I said, this is where, if you guys watch What Had Happened Was, this is where I usually do the podcast with Angela. And I have added some Christmas decorations. And one of which is my favorite thing right here. So this little gnome I got in Copenhagen when we had that show in Copenhagen in 2019. Remember when we used to travel with the UFC? Praying that we get to go to London. Praying. So I know that's a first world problem, and I'm so sorry. But we used to get to travel a lot, and Copenhagen was really, really cool. And I picked up that gnome, and I have another one over here by my little tree. And he has these long, stretchy legs that you can, they kind of accordion. And I literally fell in love with it. And it's kind of big. And I was like, how am I going to get this back? And I think I carried it back on my back. I was like, I don't know, but I have to have it. It just spoke to me, these little gnomes. So now I have this little guy here. And just think of like a bigger version of that with long, stretchy legs. And it's adorable. And it's my thing from Copenhagen. So it makes me think of that trip, which was really fun. I actually really enjoyed Copenhagen. Some very good looking people over there. My God. No, I'm saying funny, David, funny. What's up, Pacheco Oscar 67? How are you? What's up, Michael Vaines? Have I ever heard of, okay, now I don't want to see Zwarte Piet. No, is this one of those things, or are you making me say something bad? It better not be. Did I just say something bad? No. So anyway, I don't know. Okay, so Jesus is saying, hell no, Conor versus Charles, Conor versus Chandler. Conor versus Chandler sounds good. And that was something it seemed like Michael was kind of baiting, let's just say, on social media type thing. So I could see that happening. That seems to make more sense to me. You know, I do think Gaethje has earned his title shot, and I think that will be hella entertaining. But, you know, Conor gets to write the script a lot of the time. So we'll see. He looks pretty massive right now. It seems like that's going to be tough to get back down to 55. He's looking swole. So, but good for him. You know, we'll see what happens. I like when he's in the mix. I like when he's active. I think it's good for all of us. It brings a lot of attention to a lot of other people at the same time. And it's just fun. He's fun to talk to. Say what you will about a lot of stuff, but from my end of the bargain, he is a lot of fun and always has been. So I will never not want him around because he's a good time and he's entertaining. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, hey there. Hi.
It is I. I'm back.
Oh. Good to see you.
It is good to see me. Look at me.
You look good.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Right. What have you guys been talking about when I'm gone here?
We were just talking about Charles Oliveira and whether or not Conor should be next for him. And I was just saying that I think Justin Gaethje has earned the title shot, but that you never know with Conor because Conor is Conor and he gets to often write the script.
Yeah, 100% it should be Justin Gaethje. Come on. I mean, that's not fair. Fuck that. You know?
Yeah.
He earned that. I mean, anybody else think different?
No, I don't think so. I mean, are you on your computer or are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone. The fucking computer wasn't working with that shit.
Oh, see, it's a technical difficulty night, isn't it?
It sure is, boha.
Apparently. Wait, okay, so I'll pull this a little closer, I guess. Right. We don't need to see all that bull crap in the background.
What, your Christmas paraphernalia?
I know, but it's nice, isn't it? It's pretty.
It is very nice. I'm going to do something that's going to make my experience even better so I can hear what you're saying. I'm going to put, for some reason, on this shit, also the audio is 10 times lower than IG Live.
Well,
I'm going to put my earphone. Hold on.
You guys, I'm so sorry. So here's the thing. This is number 15, episode 15. And, you know, I guess we were due to have a night where, like, some ish went wrong, right? Like, so I guess this is it. I feel like we're rolling with the punches, though. I feel like we're, you know, we're in a fight and we had to make some adjustments. We had to call some audibles if we were on the gridiron. And what other sports analogies can I make up? We just, you know, had to readjust. Hi. Oh, okay.
We in a fight. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you though.
I know. I'm connecting to fucking thing.
Oh my gosh.
We in a fight when we lose
Everybody,
that three
okay, so
rounds.
David Hollum is saying Gaethje. Yeah, some people, thank you, Calvin. I think it's even better in high res too. I think, there's a possibility of just doing it over here all the time, fully and completely. I don't, like I said, this is technical difficulty night, and I'm sorry. Are you there, Hanato?
I am. I am. Hold on.
We still don't see you.
I know. Hold on.
Okay, so pronounce fines. Okay, and we're back. What else? Okay, so yeah, but I'm curious what people think of, like, if they were surprised in that fight at all, because like I said, I, being a big Charles Oliveira stan, kind of figured that he had what it takes to get the win, because he has all of those submissions. And so I wasn't necessarily surprised that that's what happened again. But of course, we know how good Dustin Poirier is. So I had it was no guarantees. Look, I never bet on MMA. Because why? Because that's crazy. I think I got a little cold. I'm sorry. I think a lot of the time, I suppose I could, but that also feels a little bit weird since I'm at work. So I don't. But if people were wondering, I don't. But I mean, I guess I encourage people to do it because I suppose it is fun to have something else to sort of think about when you're watching the fights. But it also makes it way too stressful. So, for example, this weekend, Angela is fighting, and that's going to make me very nervous because I will be at work and I'll be completely stressing out because baby girl is fighting on Saturday, Hanato.
Who is she fighting?
She is fighting Amanda Lemos.
Oh, it
And
sounds like a lame. She sounds like a lame-o.
she's tough. She's good. She's tough. It's gonna be a scrap. Like, it's gonna be good. Of course I believe in Angela, but it's gonna be a tough fight.
Oh, really? So again, like with Clay Guida, you're going with the other one.
Angela.
Oh, okay. I thought you was extolling the virtue, like, oh, I went to Belo Horizonte and I hung out with Lemos and God, we drank caipirinhas and she's a wonderful young lady and caralho.
I don't know her, but I know she's talented.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
talented.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
hear me talking about it all the fucking time.
Actually, you do, Hanato. You do actually hear you talking about it.
And now I needed the drink to get the edge off because
You
this whole
are a
fucking
little
situation,
edgy, huh?
this fucking situation,
With
Um,
it's the technology, Hanato.
I know. Now
Don't
listen,
you?
people, now that you've been through the hinger with us, you've been to hell and back. What the fuck you guys want to talk about? I wanted to make this about you guys. I want you to have some fun. It's your Christmas chimey here. Sit on your
Yes.
Uncle Hinach Sanch lap and tell me what you want, you know, for a
Yeah.
Christmas cheer.
What you want for
I
Christmas?
can't give you no physical present because that costs money, but I'm gonna give you in the form of answering your question or doing something nice for you or whatever here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Well, Hanato. Yeah. And speaking of what you know, you even though you claim you're not, you
Claim I'm
seem to
not what?
be
Claim.
nesting because like you've been like,
Nesting.
remember, like
I'm hesting. I'm
you've been fixing up your house and you've been like,
nesting. I'm fixing it up so I can trap holes in here even more
right.
effect.
But it sounded like, is there one particular hoe right now?
No, of course not. You gotta have when they come in here. You gotta have them not be scared. It's gotta be like I told you. It's gotta be the opposite of a hoch motel. Because a hoch motel, you want them to check in, but they never check out.
Right, right, right,
You
right,
want them
right,
to
right,
check in this hotel. You want them to check in, and you have same night checkout.
right.
You have
Right.
a early checkout.
So is it hourly rental, really?
Yeah, no, you need more than an hour because you gotta goof around,
I know I
hang
said
out around.
hourly. I mean, you could say maybe three to
Sure.
five.
Just so long as I'm get you like go have some snacks and watch a little TV. Yeah, they can hang out, they can sleep, but you gotta let me to enjoy myself a little bit, and he charge before hound true.
I was just gonna say, is there then there's a round two, and then they can depart.
There can be a hound true. Yeah, they can depart or they can leave, but just don't wake me up in the morning. Like give me a tasteful kiss on the like that. Like as if I'm a dead body or whatever, like that, when you close the eyes and then
Uh-huh.
and then just let me to sleep like a Dracula.
Okay. Okay. That sounds tender.
Yeah, because I don't want to wake up, and don't make me to wake up and walk you to your car
Okay.
or none of that stuff.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so I don't know what um hello?
Did you freeze?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. What happened?
Somebody is asking, but and I don't know if this is true. Did you submit Eddie Bravo at one point?
I've submit Eddie Bravo a number of times, but there's one in particular that you can find on the internet where I'm put
Oh
into
yeah.
sleepy.
I, how did that happen?
For north south choke. It's
Really?
like you imagine the 69 position.
I know what a north south choke is
Oh, I bet you do. But in this case, it's like a 69, but it's only fun for me, po.
because you were put in the squeeze zone.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. No,
It
that's
would
great.
be like if you know what he probably remind me of. I got a better scenario. Imagine 60. It's kind of like a 69 because imagine if we was do 69, okay? Just
Hmm.
in a different parallel universe, okay? And you would probably want to be on the chop of that 69 because if I'm on the chop of the 69, you're gonna be like this. You're gonna, like when you do in the sitcom, like a Three's Company, they take a sip or whatever and they go.
Yeah,
You're
I
gonna be like
spit
this.
take.
You understand? So you need to control though. That's why you don't want to end up in the situation where I'm on the chop of the North Southie.
I know I don't.
Yeah. Anyway,
I how did you even get on that subject?
you was the one who asked me about it.
I I don't even I now I don't even know how that happened. Oh, I asked about Eddie Bravo, the North South. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I told you the truth. You don't want to hear. You can't handle the truth.
I can't. I guess I needed to just kind of protect my brain there for a minute. Like that was a little bit okay. Hey, okay.
You want to see
So
what all the kids want for this Christmas?
yes, that's what I was going to ask you is what are you is there like a standard sort of Hinato gift like because I'm imagining here's what I imagine and tell me if I'm close. That you have like a few ladies that maybe I don't know if you necessarily give them gifts, but like you might give a little something to just let them know like, hey, you know, you can stay in the rotation and like you give
I
them a
try.
little acknowledgement of that. Is there anything like that?
Well, I try to give them. I try to give them some space during the holiday, so that I don't have to give them too many presents, and there's no
I see.
pressure.
So is that before Thanksgiving or when does that happen?
It's after Thanksgiving. It's
Oh,
African
because you want a
American.
meal.
It's called African American Friday, but so I just that's when I disappear.
Friday. Okay, so you get the good meal for Thanksgiving,
Yeah, and
and
then
then
I
you kind of
disappear,
ghost,
and that's how you know African Americans Friday start.
and I'm guessing February 15th you come back.
I come back. Well, I come back February 15 because that's light skin history month, the half of the month.
Right.
You're catching on.
I am because I have heard the strategy of breaking up with somebody right before Christmas and then making up after, Valentine's Day or whatever, or like literally there's
Oh,
supposedly there's some day, there's literally some day supposedly in January that is the day that has the most breakups. Like some people were
oh,
like, well, F it, I guess I'll just coast through the holidays because that's cruel to break up before the holidays. So they're like, let me just ride out the holidays. And maybe people have a comment about this. If you're doing it, you can be
no,
anonymous. But if you ride out the holidays with the person, but you don't want to get to February, you don't want to get to Valentine's Day, and you don't want to keep going another year, so you break up in like mid-January.
yeah, I don't put that kind of restrictions on that one. I just know that I get out of there before Christmas, so I don't have to get out that present. And then
Okay.
I came back in the mix because I didn't realize you were talking about Valentine's Day. I was talking about, February is the Black History Month,
Right. No,
but
I just meant
but
coming in after
February
Valentine's Day.
15, and you happened upon this by accident. February 15 marked the half of the month, or just a little the half.
Yep.
That is become Light Skin History Month. That's when it starts. It's on half the year, the
Because we're
month.
half black.
Yeah, so that's interesting that you landed on that. You
That makes
landed on
sense.
that naturally, instinctually. You know?
I must be in my light skin like jeans.
Yeah, it's in you. It's in your DNA, boy.
Wow. Well, I feel really good about
Or
that.
the LNA, the light skin NA. I don't
Okay.
even know what the letter stands for, but it's probably something like that. Let's see what people. Ugh. Somebody just checks it, Chaka Carlson, just out of nowhere. Interesting.
Huh? What about Tucker Carlson?
Somebody, somebody just said, that as a comment. Interesting. I don't know why, but what he have to do with Chris? He's more of Scrooge. Did you freeze up, or are you hitting the question?
No, I froze up again. I froze up again. Well,
So
thank
you mean
you,
your
Mongo.
Ethernet's fucked up too?
Oh no, I hope not. Listen, I hope not. Hey, listen. So, somebody bringing up the fixins. Renato, I wanted you to know that you can now stop giving me grief because I got the HBO.
Oh, you got the HBO. Oh, good. That's important. It's not that much.
Yes.
You're
No,
gonna be very happy with that one.
it's not. And the funny thing is, well, like I said, I watch that much TV. And so it wasn't that important to me to get it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and so it just was like, who cares? But the Netflix is getting a little lean, you know.
Oh yeah, you can't just have Netflix. If you just have
And so that's
Netflix, you're
all I've
missing
had
out.
really, Netflix and Amazon Prime. And so it's like I was
At
like,
least get
well,
Hulu or something.
yeah, so I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right because I really like Insecure and there's Succession and stuff like that, and so and Curb Your Enthusiasm, and then I was like,
Oh
oh yeah,
yeah.
and Veep, I can find Veep here, and Hacks is great, and so I was like, oh okay, yeah, there's good
And if
stuff.
you like that, all them, well, not as good,
What?
but they have all those DC movies and shit like that. They have all the DC movies. I know, whatever. But if your daughter might like that shit or whatever,
Yes, yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah. True, true. But you can stop giving me grief.
Well, congratulations, you got fucking HBO now.
But speaking of that, though, the fixins. So, what do you do for Christmas? Like, what are you? Do you do a big Christmas dinner? Do you do like what do you?
You
What's
know,
your?
a good friend of mine that I first met when I moved out to LA years ago, a good friend of mine who's a DJ and stuff. I remember
Uh
I
huh.
didn't, back in 2000 when I moved to LA, I didn't have anybody out here. So he
Right.
was kind enough to let me in with like his whole family and shit like that. And then
Right.
ever since that one, it's been a tradition. Every year I just go over there.
Oh, every Christmas. Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
And
Yes.
their family, their last name is Funky, and he's a DJ, and that's his real last name.
Oh,
It's
that's
just,
awesome. Is it
it just happened to
Funkey?
be, yeah, like the guy Funke or whatever. But in their family,
Yeah,
they really pronounce Funky.
Funky.
Yeah,
Play
who
that
knew?
funky music,
Yeah,
white boy.
this is
That's
true,
cool.
and
That's cool.
they're interesting
Nice.
group. So I just go there, and then they live out here, so it's not I don't have to travel, no shit like that.
Nice, nice,
But
nice.
this year, the season of givings, I think that children just like he remember when Cabbage Patch. He remember when people was killing each other or to get a
Yes,
Cabbage Patch doll.
yes.
Um, I feel like this Chris, they're gonna want it the Hanachi patch.
Oh my God, what is that?
Look at that one.
What is that?
Look at that one. He have the iconic fruits and veg.
What is that?
That is your Uncle Hanach.
But we're from what, like
Well, this
what?
was made. This is a prototype. It's made by my good friend of mine, Fosh, who is James Foster, who have a school in the Pacific Northwest up there.
Okay, okay,
And then his wife Amy made that one.
cool.
Okay. But
It's
if you
very
don't,
cool.
until that one came out, I think the kids is probably gonna want uh, Hick James
Okay,
because Hick James come with the boots.
nice, nice. That's nice.
You can
That's very
smell
good.
the hair care products and the cocaine on his mustache. See a little cocaine on his mustache.
That's hilarious.
So that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. So
It's for the
Lou
holiday.
Lou is saying that we got to bring on Adrian Yanez to the festivities because he's yeah.
Cause it what?
Well, so Adrian was on with me and Angela the other day, and he literally did the show from the hospital room where his baby son was just born. Like
Is this the kid? Uh-oh. Is my shit fucking up now?
still, yeah, here we go.
Was that you or me?
It's probably me. We're sorry. It's just not a good night. Like I said, I might be
Oh, okay.
somebody's. I don't know. Maybe there's gremlins in the building. Who knows?
So
It could be.
here's
I
what.
think it's because of the stormy weather, but who knows?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That could be. That could be. Except
Like I think
it's not
everything
raining
got
anymore.
loosened today because it. I know, but like stuff's probably loose and crappy, and who knows what.
But I did notice that my fucking cable went out at one time at one point
Right.
today.
Because we never have
Because
weather in LA. For
true,
those who don't know,
they're not
we
prepared
had
for
a
even
big
a
bad
little.
storms all day today.
Yeah. But what I was saying, oh, is that the kid who lost what the fuck am I talking about? Sugar Sean O'Malley?
Yeah. What about him?
Is that the kid you was talking about?
No, Adrian Yanez.
Who?
No. Adrian Yanez. He's undefeated in the UFC so far. He was on Dana White's Contender
Oh
Series.
wait,
He fought
he's
Davy
the
Grant
one.
recently and had a split decision with Davy Grant, but it was a
Yeah,
really awesome fight. Yeah.
but he's supposed to fight somebody really big soon. Yeah,
I mean, he should. He hasn't been
yeah.
matched up yet, but
But
he's
they've been
gonna.
talking
I
about
mean,
him and stuff. Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah, yeah.
mean, he's on the rise, and he's a total badass. He's a fantastic boxer, and like the kid's like got a great head on his shoulders. 28 years old. Like he's like, dude is good. If you're not on the Yanez bandwagon, you should get on it.
Oh yeah, Nez. So what were they saying about him in this one? They was just reminiscing about how he
Just
came
yeah, he
from.
should come on with us too. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why
No,
not?
he's a real good dude. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, who I'd love to hear who people want to have on with us because that's up to you too. It's like, depending on who we can get, in the time frame. We
So
want to
he
talk to
showed the
anybody and
baby.
everybody that you guys want to talk to.
He showed the baby coming out there.
No, I don't know. He didn't show the baby. He did not show the baby. No.
He didn't show like the whole process with the midwife or
No.
whatever. I know that.
No.
You guys
No.
didn't get to see the placenta.
No, we did not see all of that.
Oh, oh wow. Maybe next time. How many of you guys want to keep the placenta afterward? I heard
I
some
don't
people, some hippies like make a soup out of that one.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No
the same
thanks.
kind of people who pee on their own feet in the shower. Whatever, to each their own.
Yes.
And
Okay.
they eat popcorn. They put brewer's yeast on the popcorn and stuff like that instead of the good stuff.
I'm curious for people, like, do you know what your, or actually, yeah, do you know like what your most favorite like Christmas gift ever was? Do you have like a favorite one, or like, do you have like a memorable Christmas thing that
The
you
thing that
remember
just
as a
shot
kid?
into my mind was when I was a little kid. I was very young. I might have been as young as 5 years old, something like that. And I was always, I think the first superhero I fell in love with was Spider-Man, you know?
Uh-huh.
Because I used to watch the cartoon, you know, the one that's like Spider-Man, Spider-Man, you know,
Spider-Man does
yeah, the kind
whatever
of 60s
Spider can.
one. I
Yeah,
thought it was new back then, but you know, come to find out it was the 60s, you know. Um,
right.
but and then I remember my dad instead of putting that one in the like happing that one in a Christmas tree or whatever. I mean,
Mhm.
under the tree, he put it was the one that was big. You know, like the big as the GI Joe kind of
Uh-huh.
the old school GI Joes where it's like almost a fucking doll or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so the Spider Man was like that size, and he having some fake web shit or whatever. So my dad hooked it up on like the bookcase there, so it's looked like he's coming swinging down from it or whatever. So he kind of put it in the action position. So I woke up that Christmas and I saw him
Oh,
in action already, and I think that have to be the most memorable one because I just it was like he was alive, you know, he was already swinging
yeah.
and doing his stops, and I was such a little kid that it was the, you know, you're fluttering, your little heart is fluttering when you see
Right.
shit like that. And you know, Sanch and the, you know, just all that, the Christmas of it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you know what? I think I suspect it wasn't really Santa Claus, but my parents to get me to to go the fuck to sleep, because I always tried to stay up late, you know.
Mhm.
They would point up to like a plane that was going by. You know how you have like a headlight or whatever, and it
Right.
was like, oh shit, or they didn't say shit or whatever, but they
Rudolph's
was
nose.
like, oh look, that's Sanch, and Rudolph, you better get in the bed, or else he's gonna pass the house. I go, oh god, I do, and I go into the cover
Yeah, yeah.
and try to close my eyes and go the fuck to sleep so that I don't miss
Oh,
out, you know.
that's cute.
But came to found out that it was all a lie. They wasn't being straight with me about Sanch.
I
So.
mean, it's a big ask.
It's where I learned that the whole world that everybody was lied to, your Uncle Henach, and then to treat women the same way and just tell them stories and fantastical stories to make them to their heart to flutter like when I was a 5,
Right. Right.
and
Right.
to
Right.
never
Right.
tell them the truth so that they never feel hurt for her like I was.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little. A little. But I mean, people are saying they loved their GI Joes too, back as kids with the Kung Fu grip and stuff. Like I have an older brother, so GI Joe was definitely dating Barbie. At our house, I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like that's how it was going a lot of the time, right? Because Ken, I don't know.
Ken was not the most masculine fellow in the world, you know. He didn't. I think GI. She preferred GI Joe. Or you
The
know who she
GI
preferred? The
Joe.
black guy. She preferred the big black guy named Holt Block
Oh,
because
I
he looked
remember.
like Ving Hams and he looked like he really give to her a piping.
He had
You know.
like bigger arms, right?
Yeah, he not gonna take her to Malibu or whatever. He gonna take her to like Ladera Heights or like he gonna take her to Magic Johnson Theater.
Dude, I used to go to that one,
Yeah, and then you go
and
to
it
that
was
one,
great
and then
because
they have the TGIF, the Magic Johnson TGIF.
right.
Oh God, are you?
But it was nice because it was like the Grove. You go to the Grove, and the movie is like $9.25. It's more than that now. It's like 11.50 now for a movie.
Yeah,
Or
maybe
no,
even
no,
more.
no. I take that back. I went to look at a movie the other day. It was going to be $18 for me.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, it's going to be 18. It was going to be 18 for me, and I think 14 for the kid. We were going to see Licorice Pizza, but we
Yeah,
didn't get to
that's
go
why I
yet
don't take them to see the movie. I take them to the house to see the movie.
for
It's
Netflix and chill. Does
it's
that
more
even
cheap
work?
that way. I
Does
don't
that
show the
work?
first 100 movies. I
Does
show the classics.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So what's Is there a movie that Renato uses to like get the ladies in the mood? Is there like,
Now it
because
depends.
people might want to know like what's your tried and true,
Well,
like playlist or your tried and true, movie to
well,
where
I'll
you
tell
get to
you.
like yawn and put the arm around her.
This is a good question. So I'm not gonna do like too much in the beginning. You're not gonna do too much action movie or too much serious shit. But you want something that's gonna be fun, but
Right.
that's not too heady that you can't kind of have a conversation a little bit while you're doing
Right.
that one. Because if you don't know each other that well, you still want to have some fun and talk. You don't want to
Right.
just. So you want
Sit
to watch
there.
something that you can make fun of, maybe. Like what's a perfect date movie? Basic Instinct,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
it has so much cheesy shit
It's
that's
ridiculous.
overdone,
Yeah.
but it's also kind of scary, like where there's killing and stuff, but it's
Right.
very sexy. So you
Yeah.
can make fun, but then low key, you're like, but they are fucking each other. Let's not forget that that's something people do, you know?
So you put that seed, you plant that seed.
Yeah, before I plant my seed, porra. I have to plant the seeds before I need to plant
No,
the
that's
seed.
smart. No, but that's like literally that's what they say in those books about persuasion. You start to say the word that you want the person to feel. You work it into the conversation somehow and stuff like that. But yeah, of
Oh,
course, watching
interesting. See,
sex.
I don't go that deep like a fucking serial killer or whatever, but I figure it's pretty
I'm
harmless
just saying
showing.
it's obviously you're putting that in. You're putting.
Yeah, but that's a little different. Oh, I lost you for a sec. But it's a little different than using like technique where he peeped the person's name or some Scientology shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing her a goddamn movie for her and offering her some great dick for. Ah, I lost you again. Can't tell if this is her or me. Oh, boy.
No, I can hear. It's probably me. Like I said, it's probably there's a gremlin in the building. So I'm
Uh,
apologizing.
there's too
I
many
heard you though.
gremlins. Okay, and then another strategy, it depends on the girl, because some people is different. But another thing that is great that a lot of people don't think of to do this is like I have a few concert on DVD.
Mhm.
That can be great because it's a cross between watching a movie and listening to music. So,
Right.
and then you can talk a lot more in the same way that you would when you're listening to music. So you can really have a conversation, but then you have some visuals that every once in a while you can check out. And it can be like a Sade concert, or it depends, in that situation. But if she's a certain type of girl, you can watch a Led Zeppelin concert. I have that one too.
I was gonna
Um,
say, or what's great is Bob Marley concerts live.
that's nice too. I don't have any of that one here, but I have a bunch of concert
But you can see them,
DVD.
on some. You could find that on, some of the whatever on
Yeah, I
demands or
want the
whatever.
high
But like
quality for her.
those are great. Like I always said, if I could go back in time and see somebody live in concert, like Bob Marley would be the one to see. Like that,
That, that
I mean, obviously you can still see the Rolling Stones, but like I want to
that's
see
not
the
the
Rolling
same.
Stones when the Rolling
Back
Stones
when
are the
then, yeah,
Rolling Mother
yeah.
effing Stones.
Yeah,
Like
there's only certain people like thank God I was able
because
to stop Prince before he passed.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, and I've seen
yeah,
people, but like the Stones, there's another one of their concert films, not the one where everything went bad, but there's another Rolling Stones concert film that is just absolutely phenomenal. And
a
like
concert. Yeah.
Mick is so effing charismatic. Like
Oh yeah,
he's
and he's doing all
so
his antics and stuff.
he's absolutely incrable. He's
Yeah,
just phenomenal.
yeah, he's something else. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why he's the who he is.
Yeah.
He's the showman.
I'm curious how people are if they're Beatles or Stones. Like I always say, if it's Beatles
To
versus
me,
Stones,
they such a
I'm a Stones girl.
to me they so not they so unlike each other. It's like apple and orange.
Well, it is. I love the
One of
Beatles.
them is a
Love
very
it.
simple, like bluesy type of band, like very stripped
Right.
down, and the other one it does a whole. It's like a different style. It's like you can't really compare the two.
Right. Well, for me, I love the Beatles, and they are incredibly influential, and like they have written some incredibly beautiful songs, and they make you think and all this stuff. But it's like, but you know, which one do you want to put on while you're whatever? And it's always
Yeah,
Stones.
well, that's different. Yeah, and they're different. I mean, I feel like you would compare more the Beatles to something like Pink Floyd or something that goes out into the
Right. That's
universe.
kind of make for your brain
Yeah,
more, where Stones is for
not
your body.
the Stones. You compare more to, I don't know, Cream or some shit like that, where
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
these is more stripped down rock and roll, blues based rock and roll, with not a
Rock
lot
and
of
roll.
crazy
Yeah.
shit, except
Rock
when
and
they try, except when they tried to be when they, even though the Stones was great and they have their own flavor, they were good about trying to to jump on whatever wave was big at the time. Like that one album they have that's just like their version of Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The one that have like she's a handball.
Right.
That one.
Yeah. She's a
So that
rain.
album you can tell is them trying to do a Beatles album, and then
Yeah.
later on when disco was big, then they have Miss You and all that shit, so it's
But dude, Miss
no,
You's the
no, I'm not saying these are great
jam.
songs. I'm just saying
Dude,
they wasn't too proud to jump on a fad and go. They would say fuck it, that's what's hot, but they
right.
made it their own.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just
I lost you again, but God, the people can hear me or no?
yeah, I'm here, so I can still hear you. But yeah, no, I heard what you everything that you said. And so yeah, as people are well, of course, David Hollum, the Stones did rip off blues Americans. I mean, look at everybody knows rock and roll
Well,
stole everything from the blues musicians. I
well,
mean,
also it's not a matter of hipping off something. It's a matter of interpreting something. They was inspired by something and they gave their version of that. If you listen to them talk, I think I think Muddy Waters, I think was maybe their main influence. The
mm,
guy that they tried to be like. And it's like, so did Led Zeppelin. Everybody said Led Zeppelin hipped off this person and that person, but it's like, okay, so every hip hop artist hipped off every fucking thing. Sure, no, they taking something that they was inspired by. They like a Quentin Tarantino or something like that. It's like
yeah,
Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, you can see all his influence. He wears his influence on his sleeve, but he make it his own. And it's through his filters, through his imagination.
right,
You know,
right,
so
right, right.
I'll take it. you know,
Yeah,
hip off
yeah,
more shit, fine.
yeah, 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 yeah. I get it. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
And you can like
Um,
both stuff. You can like the blue shit and you can like
right.
them. I like
Right, right,
both.
right. So yeah, so again, if anybody has any questions for Hanato, he is in the question answering mood. Just gonna ask you, yeah. So I had already asked you, yeah, what you were for Christmas, but
Well, you
have you
asked
gotten
what
it?
you was getting me for Christmas? I have no fucking idea. What are you planning to got me for Christmas?
I don't, I, I don't think I
The
was,
fruit
I
of the
was,
month club?
I was.
Do me a favor, don't give me something where you donate something in my name or whatever.
What
Like
you don't,
these children is gonna eat because Renato Laranja, thank you so much. And I'm like, oh God, what about your Uncle Renato? What
you
am I
want
chopping?
something for
What am I
yourself,
chopping liver? I'm the opposite. You know how people say, come to my party, but please don't get me any stuffs.
right?
I'm the
You're
opposite. I'm
like,
like, don't came to the party. Don't came. Just gave to me a present. Please just give me a present. Anybody who said they don't like presents, I love presents.
who? Of course, people like presents. Who's
But
lying and says they doesn't
some
like
people go,
presents?
oh, please don't get me nothing. I'm like, where'd they get that from? I'm like, yeah, give me
Well,
stuff.
I will say if you're like certain times if you're having a thing and you're just like want people to come over, you're like, no, 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 like don't put yourself out. Like don't feel like you have to bring me
No, please
anything.
do.
Like
It's my birthday or it's Christmas. Give me something. Please do. That's what the whole point. If not for present, what's the point? You think kids would be excited about Christmas without the fucking present?
no, well,
You think they would be like, "Oh, I can't wait for Chris"? They'd be like,
there was a comedian. Do you remember, the guy that that whole he's not just not that into you. What was his name? Craig somebody or
I'm
something.
not sure, but I know there was the book or whatever. Yeah.
Anyway, I remember going to see that guy one time do
Oh,
live
okay.
stand-up, and he had a whole thing about whether or not there might be cake. And like basically like that was the thing that would get him to go anywhere, like the possibility that there could be cake there.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, to each their own. I don't give a shit about cake, but hey, fuck it. That's like
But
me. See, I prefer a present.
yeah, but like it's along that theme of like, well, you don't like cake, huh?
It's okay. I mean, I prefer, to be honest, I would take a pie over a cake any day of the week. For real. You know why? Because I'm not a big frosting guy.
Got it. Can I just say that we're really this is some hard hitting stuff here. The cake or
Well, hey, you take it or leave it. You don't like it, then go fly a kite.
the cake or pie debate. Where do you stand?
Hey, look, talk about whatever we want.
More news at 11.
If you don't like it, then go watch something else, Scott. Are you?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Is somebody wanted to know, are you still cool with that Bubba Jenkins?
Yeah, Bubba Jenks. Yeah, of course. Why?
Yeah. I don't know. Somebody just said asking if you're still cool with him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's my boy. I haven't seen him in a while, but
Oh no.
yeah, okay. Yeah. Get him
Um
a Pat Benatar. I don't want a Pat Benatar. I could listen to that one. There's only like three songs. You just want to hear "Love Is a Battlefield" and whatever's the other one.
uh-huh. Hit me with your best shot.
Yeah, and even that. I like "Love Is a Battlefield." I think that's the only one I really check for Pat Benatar.
Hey, speaking of love being a battlefield, what are your thoughts on Cody Garbrandt?
What a segue! Oh, because of no love being a battlefield. Ugh. No love was die on the battlefield. You know what? Look,
So
sometime, listen, sometime your chin is cooked, and it don't mean that he's not a great fighter still. But if your chin is gone, I don't know, I don't know what to tell you. Because if you're getting knocked out by a guy that weigh less than you like that, and there's nothing to say about his toughness. It has nothing to do with toughness or nothing. It's just physical. It's something he can't really control. The only thing I heard about is I don't even know how you do this or whatever, but I heard there's some kind of procedure that you can do something and adjust something that like a chiropractic thing where you can
mm,
take off some of the trigger. Like there's something that happens in that when you get when you start to get a glass jaw or whatever. I've heard this. I don't know if it's a wives' tale or not.
okay, I didn't know that.
Somebody was saying that Arlovsky got that, and I don't know if it's true or not. But
Well, he did seem like he reset his chin.
yeah, I mean, I've seen fighters who had looked like their chin was gone and they came back. But in general, that's not the case. And
Right.
what I see now is like it's a problem because if he can't shake, part of his style was that he could shake a couple shots. You know what I
I
mean? And
know.
then now, you know, he have to fight the perfect fight, and not get hit at all.
But I don't think it's fair to just say it was the cut and all this because Kai is
Oh,
very good and it's
oh,
not
no, no,
like
no, no. I'm not saying.
you know.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen, listen. I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying yeah. And also the cut was fucked up too. But I'm just saying, of course, Chai hit very hard for his size. He hit abnormally hard. But even saying that, he's plenty bigger than the guy. It's
Yeah.
like if you're getting knocked out by him, that's a big problem, let's say. And as a
Mm,
fan, it's not like I'm not a fan of the guy. I'm just saying it's not looking good.
yeah. No, I
I
know. It's a
hope
bummer.
I hope that is not the case, but you gotta measure your expectation, temper you or temper your expectation, whatever. Because I
No,
don't
you're
know.
right. You're right.
I
Hey, we just
yeah.
got $5 from Lou, so thank you so much. He's got a
Oh,
question. He says,
250,
Hanach. Okay, he
two
says
fifty for me, I guess. Ah,
he says it's
Merry
clear that
Christmas. Yeah, go ahead. Maybe I'll go to the movies by
That
myself.
GD is gonna fight your boy Glover, your countryman Glover, GD Prochazka,
Yeah, ooh,
for
Prohachka.
the title. So he says his question is, how do you see Glover beating that one? Because Jiri is a beast,
Oh,
and that is 100% of a fact. GD has got
I,
all kinds of like radical, who knows where it's coming from stuff. He's young, he's explosive, he's dangerous, he's got nothing to lose.
he's gonna have to go into his old man bag and go into that he's gonna have to get into his grappling slash dirty boxing
Yeah.
slash junkyard dog bag because that's the only way. If he somehow end up at distance in any kind of way, you know, you know how that's gonna go. But I feel that if he can, that's the chance he's gonna have is he's have to make it gritty. He have to make it
Hmm.
very gritty, and he have
I
to make it
agree.
he have to make it a very close affair. You know,
I
he have
agree.
to
Yeah,
get
no,
up
I think
close
it's
and
gonna happen.
personal.
I think for sure the grappling is going to be key because that's something we really haven't seen yet from Giri,
Yeah,
and it would be the assumed weakness,
yeah,
because I'm not sure Poland is a wrestling stronghold.
yeah.
If
Not that
I'm
he's not going to be competent or whatever, but you just
right.
have to.
Of course
And I
he's
think,
competent. He can't get
yeah,
this
and
far without it.
I think it's not just the grappling, but it's going to be the combination of the grappling and the dirty boxing and the elbows and knees and uppercuts and shit, from there. And then
Right.
if he can get him down, just grinding him and pounding on him and keeping pulling away his hand that's trying to post and shit like that, and just big brothering him. I think that's the only way I can see that one going. If he can't get it to that, I feel like it's going to be like a dynamic, kind of KO or something like that. If he don't, if he's not heel careful and make it very close,
Right. Well, so I agree with you. And yeah, I think that if Glover is able to get him down and where he's able to get the mount and drop all that ground and pound on him, Glover is
Yeah,
absolutely a beast there.
yeah.
So that actually brings up another thing that I wanted to ask you. Did you see Priscilla Cachoeira? And I want to get people's take on this. When Jillian Robertson was choking her
Oh,
out, Priscilla started leaning back and trying to dig out her eyes. That is not cool.
now
That
it's
was
not
some
cool.
dirty. That
Yeah,
was dirty.
yeah. It's about as dirty as it gets. What's worse than that?
Yeah.
What the fuck is worse than that? Except maybe at High Holders. I don't know if you heard, but we had, that Chris Sunshine had a guy in
Yeah.
a fucking armbar, and he was submitting the guy with armbar. The dude just straight up bit him on the fucking torso. He bit his
No.
abdomen and
No.
bit through his hashi and bit
No.
through bleeding, like bit
No.
through the shit. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Go to Chris Sunshine when you're done. Go
Oh
to Chris
no. Yeah, no,
Sunshine's
I follow Chris.
stories.
Yeah.
Go to his stories and stuff like that. And I was commentating while it was happening. And
Oh
of
dang.
course, the guy said it was an accident, whatever. And Chris broke the guy's arm. It was a
Accident.
whole.
How do you accidentally bite
You
somebody?
don't, but that was the story, and he's sticking
Plus,
with that
that's
one.
just gross, man.
Yeah,
That's
and he
just
had to have like 2 or 3 more matches after that with
oh,
bleeding from that, like bleeding from somebody
oh.
biting. At least the guy had a mouthpiece on Karyn.
I'm not trying
So
to bite
imagine how hard
somebody.
you have to be biting down to break the skin with a mouthpiece.
I'm not trying to.
Yeah, it's tough. He posted pictures. You see, and oh, for all you out there, go watch High Holders. You can see it. You can see the match yourself. And he
Yeah, that.
breaks the. So you get that. You get the pleasure of that one, and you get to see him break the guy's arm in the same match. So it was
Wow.
very exciting, and the fights were very fucking exciting. The tournament was crazy exciting.
Wow.
You had a lot of Bellator fighters, and
That's
unfortunately,
cool.
AJ McKee had to drop out, and then also
Oh,
Noah Lahat, I guess, said that he got electrocuted in his hotel room or some shit like that.
what?
Yeah, it was crazy. No Haji, I don't know what, but he had to leave. So it was crazy, but we still had like some of the best, most exciting fights of all High Holders history.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I had Jake Shields there, did a fight or two with me, commentating. Then you had
Oh,
Evie,
nice, Jake.
then you had
Yeah.
You had Evie's Edward. It was a great night.
Nice, 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 nice. We got a tip from Mystic Black as well, who wants to interview me. You know, here's the thing, Mystic Black. I'm not great. I'm bad at being interviewed. Like I'm bad at it
You
because
are. What
it's
do you do
like
when you're on a date and you're being interviewed?
this is I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
So
what's
you
gonna
just
happen.
ask all the questions when you're on a date?
I don't know. I haven't been
I got a question for you, Karyn Bryant.
people, and
Oh,
it's gonna suck. I'm
okay. I
not
got a
looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be
I got a
terrible.
question for you. This is an honest question because I don't know the answer for this one for you. Would you rather have a guy? Are you frozen or are you just like stuck? Are you frozen? Help me, people.
I Yeah.
Okay. You
Okay. Yeah.
bet. You
So would
back?
I rather have a guy? What?
Would you rather have a guy that is just that is like a dynamic listener and just wants you to rattle off all the shit about your life and all your shit, or would you rather have someone like me who's dynamic, who's telling you about his travels to the Far East, to Zanzibar, and to doing all kinds of stuff his whole life, he hiding bulls, and being with Haitian women and Greek
I
and all
do
this kind of
not want
stuff.
to do all the talking. I want to be entertained desperately.
Okay, so you're gonna want to be with somebody who's like Ernest Hemingway, like Uncle
Yeah, like
Henry.
all those tropes about in the movies or in books or whatever, when they're talking about the yappy ass wife and stuff like that. Like
Yes.
that's not me. I'm not yapping all the time. Like no, I want to be
Well,
entertained because I talk for a living. So it's like when I'm not working, like I want to be entertained.
you want to be in a chain. Okay, so you're
Yeah,
probably like a funny guy too.
for
You're probably
sure,
like a
for
guy who's
sure.
have a
Yeah, you
lot of
can't
fun
make me like
stories.
yeah, no. Sense
Yeah,
of humor is massive for me.
yeah. But yeah, because there's some women who, and it's just dependent on personality. Some women would prefer to be listened to. No, I mean, and whatever. You got to know when it's time to kind of
Yeah,
listen and say, okay, let her to get off a couple.
I
Let
want
her
to
to
be
get off a
listened.
couple shots.
Right. I want to be listened to, but I'm not. But I'm saying I really
Yeah.
want to be entertained.
But they have to be a balance sometime, I think, because someone like me can get onto the thing of just like, okay, I'm gonna entertain the whole time, and then you gotta at some point go, okay, feed her the ball, give her a couple assists.
Very, very true. Very true.
You
So
know?
I have a question for you, and maybe
Yeah.
I really think I know the answer. But since
Okay.
we were speaking about the HBO, were you a guy that ever? Well, yes, actually. Now I think I know the answer to this already. So I'm going to go ahead and ask the thing.
Okay.
Have you watched? And just like that, the Sex and the City reboot.
Oh, that exists already? I thought that was like coming out.
No, it's out now.
No, I don't watch that shit. But I was on there. I was on there.
I know that's
Uh,
why I started to regroup my question halfway
Now,
through because I
because
remember.
especially when you was on something, you like, ugh, when you know that it's not heel.
I know, but Sex in the City at the time was massive.
No, it was, but I'm saying, when you know that something's just not heel. So I'm sure that if I was on like, I don't know, yeah, take your pick of whatever show. When you see the catering and you see this and you see people's attitude and they just a person and they just act like whatever, it take away some of the mystique. And then you're like, I don't know if I want to watch these guys.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because you can't suspend disbelief no more.
I gotcha. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You understand?
Okay. Well, yeah,
So
I
like
do understand. Well, I've been
like
watching
for
it.
inch like for instance, I remember going to and it's a great show, but I remember doing a small part on Modern Family.
Uh,
And then even though I wasn't on the house set, I was in a different set. Like during lunch or whatever, at some point I went and was just walking around the house or whatever. And
mhm.
when you see the house, it's like chopped in half, and you see like the stairs don't go nowhere or whatever that stuff. And it's hard to get that shit out of your mind when you
It's true.
watch that one. You know what I'm
It's true.
saying?
It's true. No,
So
I was
like,
on a sitcom. I was on Malcolm and Eddie a couple
oh
of
yeah,
times. And
exact.
different.
So how
Exact. Right.
much they did it if they did a reboot of Malcolm and Eddie, you're gonna be like, oh god, I ain't gonna sit and watch this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You're gonna
love
be
how
like,
you just. I love how you just casually turned off your mic. I saw that. Well, you're
No,
giving me grief about all my tech stuff, and you just
it
casually
don't matter.
muted
At
yourself.
least everybody's still alive. When you for you, everybody you like Thanos, you fuck up and everybody's gone. And you didn't
I
care
really
you
apologize.
didn't care who you hurt.
Look at,
You know,
listen.
I brought the Puerto Rican champion, and I was so excited to talk to him,
I was too. I'm, dude.
and
I
you was
feel like.
chop it up like so much, sofrito, Puerto Rican sofrito. Um,
Well, you. It's funny that you say that. I had sofrito this afternoon.
Never mind what you had this
The glitch
afternoon.
in the matrix, man. There's a glitch in the matrix. Um, that's so weird. How that several things have happened lately.
Let it go,
Um,
boy.
no, yeah, I was gonna ask you. Gosh darn it, what was I just thinking?
Something about my dating style. When I
No,
make love, what or
it
what do
wasn't.
I look like
Why?
naked?
It wasn't that. It wasn't
How
that.
much do I sweat when I make
It
love? Do
wasn't
I
that. Oh my god, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Uh, I was gonna.
have?
I was
Oh,
just.
I got a question, which I just thought of because I'm courteous enough to like, even though my doggy sleep on the bed with me, I'm
Uh,
courteous enough when it's time for this stuff. She got to stay on the doggy bed outside in the living room while daddy is go to work. Okay.
oh yeah.
Now,
Well,
I've had situation where I'm at, see, I can control that at my place, but I've had a situation where, stuff is starting to happen, and then the girl have like a little toy dog or a pug or some shit, and then, for lack of a more tasteful word, I mean, I'm getting a blowjobby, and then I'm enjoying that one, and then I start to hear something like, and then I look over and it's like a bulldog or a fucking Frenchie, like French bulldog going like this, like looking at me, like eyeballing me, and I'm like, and then I'm an asshole if I go, hey, you mind getting this fucking guy off the bed? So I gotta suffer through that one where I'm looking at that one and I'm like, hey, listen, my brother, you win some, you lose some, God are you? But this is your Uncle Henach. Every dog have his day, and this
have
is
they
your
ever
Uncle
gotten
Henach.
territorial with you?
No, but they staring. And I'm trying to like, like if my foot accidentally go over toward that one, I would never kick that one, but you kind of go, get out of here, you know,
You
with
know,
my
I don't.
children.
I don't. I think that I agree with you that that's a in bad. It's a bad look to have the animal on the bed as
Yeah,
well.
because I don't want to, it almost feel like, the animal is kind of like, well, not her animal, but mine's is like my kid. So it's almost like a parent, I'm like, no, this is not for you to see this one.
They don't need to see it. Is the thing,
Yeah,
right?
they can come hang out afterward, but not just during that one.
Well,
Mm-mm.
they can smell it and stuff.
Well, they sure can. Now, afterward, when I go to the bathroom or whatever, I leave the door ajar so that she jump up and then she's attack the young ladies, and then I hear like ooh, eh. But
Why would
now,
you?
well, because it's kind of funny.
No, it's not.
Well, if they are dog lover, because if they kind of giggling like the same way like somebody's tickle you, you're like stop, but you're still laughing and having fun.
I don't know if I need the dog in there.
Or whatever. That's another way for them to amp spray out of there.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so, Hanato. Well, I don't
Yeah,
know,
it's a
man.
mixed bag.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about this week?
No, I think I've had quite enough for tonight. I think before something even awful happened. You know what's funny? Oh God,
What?
so you froze up again for me. I don't know about for the rest of people, but let me tell you something.
Yeah.
When I
What?
said what I said,
Uh
the picture of you, I couldn't tell if it was froze or not. But at first, I thought it looked like you just going like this,
huh.
but it was just frozen. So I thought you had a fucking attitude problem. You need an
Well, I
attitude
mean,
adjust.
every that might be the face I'm making at you, but it's not a permanent skull.
Well, that one
Obviously.
was like a permanent one like that, and then I went, no, she's too that's too long of a scowl.
Mhm. Hey, so I know you had invited some friends tonight, but yeah, they couldn't make it, huh?
Well, I talked to Big Lon and Chiron, and I guess they flight got delayed. And when I talked to Lonnie, they were still in the air.
Oh,
So he
yeah,
was like, "If we get down quick enough and get to the hotel, we'll get down." But I don't think they made it.
that sucks. That's
Yeah,
too bad.
but it happened like that. Look, it's we flying by the seat of our pants here, you
I
know.
know. I know.
And then Jessica, I don't even think she may not have got that one yet, even, you know. I don't
Okay,
know.
yeah. Yeah.
You never
Well,
know.
yeah, we were saying for yeah, that's I want to, just have as many people as we have. I send it to Anthony. I just don't always know what, he's doing. And
Look,
I'd asked Alan, but Alan goes to, bed a little earlier. So that's why I was saying
yeah.
I thought
Listen,
about maybe if we should be doing this earlier or not, but you seem, but then
you know,
you
KB.
convinced me that maybe we shouldn't, but
Well, whatever. We're gonna see. But just like in regular life, some weekend, some night is wild, and there's all these friends. Some night you go to dinner with one friend. Some night you go to with two. Sometimes you go out with a couple girls. Sometimes you're hanging out with a couple guys. It's gonna be different, just like in life is different. Some
yeah,
sunshine, sometimes it
you're right.
ain't.
You're right.
When you know, and guess what? Here's another stuff. This shit is free, porra.
You're right. You're right. Well,
Don't
before we
have to
go, actually,
apologize to nobody.
there's a couple of questions here. Lou wanted to know how you feel about Juliana Pena being the champion now because she left you and upgraded.
Now she left me. I think it's the other way around, if I remember correct.
You just said she left me. You literally just said those words. That was a Freudian slip.
I
You
left her, God,
literally,
are you? She left me. I left her. No,
you
no, no.
literally just said she left
I
me.
meant she got kicked to the
Yeah,
curb
yeah,
for her.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She left
No, she
your
don't.
ass.
Think about the logistic of that. How you gonna
She
leave your Uncle
said, I
Henry?
had enough. Bye bye.
I don't think so. You can never had enough. It's like ugh, I'm like everlasting gobstopper. Um, yeah, you can't get enough of that one. Um, But yeah, I had to cut that one loose for her because it was start to, I needed to spread my wings for her. But now I'm more receptive to that one. I feel like I'm he charged, I'm he invigorate for whatever reason. I feel like I just started thinking about her the other day. She just popped into my mind. I hadn't thought about her for a long time, and so maybe I'm gonna rekindle something. We'll see. I'll let you guys know if I'm gonna call and maybe have coffee first and then came back
Okay,
to my
well,
house, have some
hopefully,
alcohol. Maybe I can put some Bailey's Irish cream in the coffee,
I
and then maybe we're gonna listen to some Hacker, and then maybe do some fucking.
are you, what's so Irish about it?
This is I see. I don't question that one. I just drink that one.
Are they known for the cream? I mean, I know they. I guess they would have fresh dairy in Ireland. I'm just saying, why is it Irish cream?
No, I'm not sure.
Irish cream.
Maybe
Remember
because
that?
it's a Bailey. Maybe it was an Irish guy who was just fucking around with some
Have you
recipe.
been to Ireland? I've been to Ireland. Have you been?
Not yet, but it's on the list. It's on the list. As I said, my mommy have some helichip there,
Right,
so we
right,
have some
right,
Irish helichip.
right. Okay,
Oh, she did the 23 and Me, and we found a new part that I have that I didn't know.
Lip,
A large Porsche that I had no idea. I guess
which
apparently I'm
is
part Dutch. I had no
really,
idea. I had
really,
no fucking clue.
huh?
So.
Well, you do seem. Never mind.
Oh, I know why. Because I let women pay for their own food, so it's a Dutch treat for her. That's
I
where
was
I
gonna
get that
say
from.
full of wind because like the windmills and things like that.
Oh
But
no, you're talking about the Dutch ovens for her. That's a whole different
yeah,
stuff.
oh God,
Wow, that's when you get trapped under the comforter,
I
and then
know what
some.
it is.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately. So,
Mm.
are you part? Are any part of you English at all?
Yeah, a good amount. True. No, for you.
Like Scouser English, or what kind of English?
No, not Scousy. I gotta find out where the fuck it's from, but there's a good portion of one of my. I think it's my mom on my mom's side. She have a good amount of English.
Yeah.
Yeah, English, Irish, English, Swedish, German, Dutch now. So there you go. And then the other stuffs, of course. God,
Okay.
obviously it's
And,
not just that.
and then the mocap.
Anyway,
Okay. All right.
okay, everybody, listen. I'm sorry, for my partner KB. I'm sorry.
Like yeah, you win some, you lose some. Some nights there are just you're only a B plus. I'm usually an A, if not an A
And
plus.
some nights you are F.
Some nights they're B plus.
Sometimes a B plus. Sometimes you're a D. minus to F. Okay, does anybody had a question for? No, I
There's not
can't.
a curve.
I
There's
don't
not
want to
a curve.
do.
There's only two people. I don't get graded on the curve.
Oh, somebody said, Are you not mostly Brazilian?" See, Brazil is a nationality, but it's made up. The diaspora is made up of just a collection of different stuffs that was brought there,
Well,
because
think about yeah. I mean, think about
the
Medina.
original is the
Japanese and
Amazon.
Brazilian, and
Yeah,
right. There's a lot of
it's
German Brazilians.
you can think about it like America, where it's like everybody's American, but they came from somewhere else. So you have all kind of European there. You have a mixture of the native Indians there. You have a black from the slavery, which they had just like here and stuff like that. So you have a lot of mix. So everybody,
Gotcha.
like for instance, the Gracie family is a very much Scottish people.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Well,
which
speak.
is
People
why
were
they
people.
basically looking white, huh?
No. Well, no. Well, and I'm part Scottish actually myself.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm saying
But no,
they more Scottish than you are even, you know. They have a
right.
that's like the main shit of that. That's where they got the name even for.
Right. Right. No, people were hoping for a Patty the Patty impression.
You know what?
But I don't
We're
know.
gonna
Like
get you that. We're gonna lace you up with that when earlier in the evening next time. Your uncle Hanash don't. Your uncle Hanash is hunting on fume on fume. Uh, can forget about Patty the Bad. That's one of those high energy one that I can't just lay that
yeah,
one
you
out there.
can't because you don't want to. You can't half-ass it, right?
No,
Like you
you need
can't.
more. I need to give you. That's like you couldn't do a Bobcat Goldthwait impression with low energy. You know, you have to
Right.
give it all you got.
Right.
Um,
I need to learn some impressions. I don't do any impressions of anybody.
well, and you know what? To be fair, it's not for everybody. Some people can't do impressions. It's
I mean,
like
I have
singing,
an alter ego like the other kind of Karen. I have that wig and
but
stuff where
that's
I can.
different than an impression of
Right. It's not an
exact
impression. That's a
celebrity or something.
character. Exactly.
Um,
Yeah. I don't
but
know.
some people can and can't do. There's some great
I'm pretty
actors
good
who
at.
just there's some Oscar award-winning actors that can't do impression. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's a different skill
Yeah,
set.
it's a different skill. Even people on Saturday Night Live, some people can do. You notice they have the people who can do impression, people who
Right.
is funny at other shit.
Right. I guess
Yeah,
it's like, well, who am I? Who would I? Yeah, I don't. I don't. I don't. Yeah, I don't. I guess I never tried. Maybe is the thing.
yeah.
But
And if you're not gravitating toward it, it's kind of like singing. Some people have an ear for it. Like I can't
yeah,
really carry a tune, really, for heel.
right,
And some people just have the ear for that shit. And then some
right,
people can just, for whatever reason, it's my
right.
God. It's a Jesus Christ.
That's
Was
my
make
goal.
me. My
Right.
God is made me to impress people.
That's good. Well, yes, it's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. Well,
Just like my sexuality, my God, it was a gift from my God to you,
right.
to
Well, people
everybody.
are saying yeah, Lou, you're welcome for the after party. Thanks, you guys, for like I said, I really apologize for the technical difficulties. I do believe it's because it was really bad storms all day today, and like my building, maybe something got knocked loose. So
You live in the project.
I don't live in the expensive project.
You live in one of those places. You ever seen White Men Can't Jump,
You
and they go
don't
over
even know where I live. Oh, with the
to
vista, where
Wesley
there
Snipe
ain't
House?
no vista and there ain't
Yeah,
no view.
yeah, the Vista View. You live in there. The Vista View apart.
Hey, did I just do an impression? Where there ain't no vista and the damn sure ain't no view.
Yeah, you know
Isn't that how
what?
she says it?
That's a start. That's your
That's
first
a great
impression.
movie, by the way.
I fucking love that movie.
It's an
Um,
amazing movie. I'm
okay,
a
so let
big
me
Woody
look.
Harrelson fan, actually. I think he's
Uh,
great.
I love I love all everything in
Well,
that
and
movie is
Wesley
great.
Snipes, and of course Rosie Perez. Yeah, they're all great.
Somebody said Puerto Ricans were stealing your Wi-Fi. That's probably true. You notice how it
There's gonna
happened.
be like
Only
9 things cut off it and like running from.
yeah,
You're
they're
right.
hunting that stuff through the street lamp and
You
stuff like
honestly could
that.
be right. You're totally. There's actually
They
a
took
hundred
all the
percent.
juice because Sergio Perez is such a national treasure now. Oh wow, God, I. Okay, everybody. Well, for Karyn Bryant's internet service provider, this is Renato Laranja. Um, And as I said that, she's frozen up again. Uh, signing off, signing off for her, for Metro PCS and Cricket Wireless. This is Renato Laranja signing off forever.
For Boost Mobile.
Yeah, this is for Bush Mobile,
and and
Singular Wireless, Sky Pager, or whatever the fuck she's using. What's the one with the large writing? Is the Cricket? Oh,
wait, or what's the new one with Mint or something that what's his face is pushing?
that's even
Ryan
worse. You're gonna
Reynolds is
use
like
that.
the spokesman for Mint
I bet.
phones.
I bet your credit card is that one from Hustle Simmons, the Hush card. You gotta step your game.
I got this laptop on Fingerhut, so
You got that one on Wayfair or Etsy or some shit.
Fingerhut. You've not seen the Fingerhut ads?
I don't
Okay.
even know what is Finger Hut,
Oh God,
but
I
I'm
just
glad
can't
that I
pronounce the
don't.
name of Fingerhut. Just makes me laugh. Like it just sounds wrong. If people make fun of festivities, I got a bone to pick with Fingerhut.
I never even heard of that shit, but hope now I'm gonna see that everywhere probably now that I heard the fucking thing. I wish I
I
never
know
heard of
somebody
that.
else has got to have heard of Fingerhut. I'm not the
That's a local commerce probably. Okay, everybody. I lost you again. Before I lose you another time, I'm gonna get lost here, porra. I love you
Finger.
all.
Yeah,
I love you all, and to all a good night.
and
Until
so do
next.
I. And so do I. Yeah, everybody. Thank you. I'm sorry this was such a hot mess,
That's okay. Hey, listen, for what they're paying, this is half. This is probably what they deserve.
but honestly, it's still
I'm
hilarious
kidding.
to me and funny. And so
I'm
whatever.
kidding. I just hope. I hope that Sergio and the Perez family is not scared away from this now
I
from
know. I
forever.
feel bad. I feel bad.
I
But
think you
like I
gotta
said, you
send.
did a good job interviewing him in my absence. So thank you.
Well, I don't want to shoot my own horn, but God, I did okay. We'll see what the people think when I haven't even gone onto my IG and see what people
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Okay,
so
everybody.
we'll figure out this stuff. It's gonna be listen. Every it's a modern technology here. Well, we working out the kinks. Hey, what do you expect for Trump change? Maybe
Oh, I
send.
wonder if adding all the. I wonder if adding one more destination made it a problem. I added Twitter tonight, and everything went bad. Although it
This
happened
I
on
don't know.
IG before, didn't it? Never mind. Yep.
No idea. But anyway, okay, everybody. Oh, it did happen on IG. Okay,
Yeah.
ciao.
Yeah. All right.
Until next time, we'll see you next week, Ipo.
See ya.
I don't know how to get out of here, but I'll try.